single leg is actually the #1 takedown in the sport of wrestling. We're gonna be doing Shin Whizzer, finishes on your feet, finishes on the mat, out the back door. So let's get right to the video. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another instructional. First thing we're gonna look at is finishing a takedown on our feet. So let's get into it. We're right here. Backhand on top, head up into his armpit. Now, when I stand up to my feet from this position, I do not want my posture to be bent over. Right now, my knee is underneath my hip, which is underneath my head. We're in a straight line right here. When I go to stand up, if my butt comes out like this, I'm gonna get sprawled on and not be able to score. So this first step is very important. I'm gonna drive it to my feet into a squat position, here. Now, as you guys can tell, my hip is still underneath my head, and I'm not bent over like this. Another key part of this, my head is up into his armpit. I wanna push my head into him to get the weight off of this leg. As I push my head into him, the weight transfers to this leg, making this leg light. Another key detail, my back elbow is gonna be deep around the leg. I don't want my lock to be underneath the leg. I want my back elbow to be deep. Okay, we're right here. Now, I'm gonna drive into him, squat low, and my left hand's gonna grab the heel and pick to my armpit. So step in, squat low, grab the heel, pick it up to my armpit, and we're gonna go Pledge of Allegiance. So we scoop our hand around the ankle, his shoelaces are in my armpit, and I grab my heart, or heart's on this side or something like that, but grab my chest, all right? We're here. Now we have a lot of different finishes from here, okay? The first finish I'm gonna do is called a knee smash. I'm gonna pick the leg up, smash his knee, and kick him down from the back side, okay? So we're right here. Head is up into the armpit. I step in and do a squat position. I step again, squat down, and pick the leg up to this position. Once I'm here, my forearm is gonna smash the back of his knee. Not the side of his knee, but underneath his knee. I wanna hit, this way. I wanna hit this part of the knee so it bends and I can turn him down. Facing one more time, so we're here. My forearm hits, I turn, and I circle back like this. Once I'm here, I climb up his leg like a rope, and I tackle low. By tackle low, I mean my shoulder is underneath his butt on his hamstring right here, okay? Show you guys this another time. We're here, great positioning. Hands are locked, hand is locked above the knee. Do not split your hands here. Keep them locked and keep it tight to your chest. Drive up, drive again, get it in the armpit. I'm gonna circle back around him. My forearm's gonna hit underneath the knee, and I'm gonna circle to here. Another option we have, so let's bring it back over here. Put your hands on that real quick this way. Another option we have, so the first option I showed you was climbing up, tackling the second leg, right above the knee. The other option I have is grab the hip and sweep this leg. So grab the hip, sweep the leg, and pull the hip to the mat. Once he falls to the mat, I'm gonna circle behind him and cover his waist. The next finish from your feet is called an uppercut finish. This is my favorite finish to do on a single leg. So, I shoot my single leg. Everything in the beginning is the same. Step up, drive in, get it to my armpits. Now, I'm bringing him backwards just to keep him in camera, but when I finish a single leg, I want to be driving him backwards. The only time I'm gonna pull him into me is if he's towards the out of bounds line. But almost at all times, I'm gonna be lifting the leg up high and going into him. I'm gonna uppercut behind his knee and sweep his leg. So I'm driving in, uppercut, sweep, cover. Timing is very important with this sweep. If I sweep his leg when he has weight on it, it's not gonna work that well. I need him hopping, and what I'm gonna do is as he hops, I'm gonna try to uppercut and make him hop even higher. And the higher he hops, the easier it is for me to time the sweep. So when I'm here, okay, we'll move this way real quick. I'm driving in, he's hopping, and then I'm gonna try to make him hop as he hops. One more time real quick. Go hop, 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 look. I'm trying to get him to hop even higher, and that's when I'm gonna sweep. Because the more time he's in the air, or the higher he jumps, the more time I have to catch his foot and trip him. Okay, show you guys one more time with this. I shoot in my single, I drive up, I bend in here. Okay, I'm just bringing it into the camera view, but when I pick up, I'm gonna go straight in. Cover behind. Next finish is gonna be head to knee. So I shoot my single leg, let's bring it over here a little bit. I drive up to my feet, I squat in, I get here. Now, my opponent is gonna be pushing into me, go ahead and push into me like this, and giving me some issues here. So how I deal with this, keep the Pledge of Allegiance, deal with these hands, get them off, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab, after I deal with the hands, my right hand is gonna grab the back of the neck, I'm gonna pull his head to his knee, and I'm gonna pull him down to his butt as I circle in front of him. So head to knee, circle in front and pull it down to his butt, like that. As your opponent gets better, you can add a trip to make sure he falls over. I'll show you with the trip now, okay? I shoot in, great positioning. I drive up, I squat in, I cover here. I deal with the hands. Grab the neck, head to knee. Now as I circle, watch my right foot. I'm just gonna put it just like this, and he's gonna trip over it, okay? I'm circling, trip. Now, one little thing, let's bring it back over here. This position is very important. You're so close to finishing the takedown, you do not want to make any mistakes, okay? This foot right here can be used to trap my ankle, and then he can grab it with his hand. I'll rotate you around real quick. So if I'm here, he can attack this ankle. So I need to be very careful and try to step around it and circle to the back side of him to prevent him from thump rolling my ankle. Next finish from our feet is called the tree topper. I only use this technique when I really can't get the person swept over. And they're really flexible. Here's what it looks like. I'm here in the single leg. Everything's the same. You gotta be good at this. Head up to here. Not here. Here. Drive into here. Okay? Now, I'm having trouble with all these different sweeps. I can't knee smash, I can't uppercut sweep, I can't head to knee. So what I'm gonna do is this. My right hand that doesn't have the leg is gonna uppercut, and I'm gonna put the shoulder, or put his foot or leg on my shoulder. So I'm here, turn, uppercut here. After I do that, I'm gonna uppercut again with my left hand. Trying to fall over, I'll be as low as I can too. So here, uppercut, switch, uppercut, and we're here. If I stand straight up, Ben's gonna fall over, so I'm trying to stay low for you guys. Once I'm here, two hands, control the leg. I stand up, I control. You do not want them kicking away here. Control, if he falls here, we're in that same position we were in before. Clamp the leg, tackle, or grab the hip, sweep him over to his hip. Cover here. If he doesn't turn away, we can just sweep that leg. Show you guys this one more time. So, head up. I'm here. Okay? Other hand, it goes on, uppercuts to here. I'm hitting my knee because Ben's not too flexible and I don't want him to fall over right now, okay? But normally I'll kind of be here still, all right? Uppercut to here, switch to here. I want on my shoulder. I don't want this leg on the elbow, it's not strong enough. I got on the shoulder. Again, I will not be on my knees, I'm just showing you from here. Once I stand up, keep facing me, what I'll do they keep facing me is I'll make them hop and I'll sweep with this right foot. A little hop, sweep, control, pull them back into the camera, cover on top. Look at that circle behind, can't have them trip my ankles at the end, all right? Now, some stuff that will happen, okay? They could do a whizzer to you, show you how we deal with that situation. So, get up on your feet though, okay? So I'm here, I'm picking it up. He's got my armpit hooked here. Don't try and sweep. Don't try and finish. Deal with their ties. If they have an overhook like this, I'm gonna limp arm out. So my elbow's gonna point towards the camera. My arm's gonna be like a noodle. I'm gonna slip it out. Okay? So I'm here, I'm in a single. I'm dealing with it, I'm gonna slip it out. Then I'll do any of the finishes we did. If he has my head, push it off. So don't try and finish if he has these grips on you. Don't try to sweep. Get these things off and get back to this position here. Use your hand to keep distance. So when you have the feet in the air, keep that distance, because his way to defend a single is by pulling you into him and stomping his foot on the mat. Now I'm going to show you my favorite technique to do if I can't get the leg up into my armpit. It's called running the pipe. I'm here on a single leg. I stand to my feet, but I'm stuck here because maybe he has his head over top of me. All right? And I can't pick it up. Here's all I'm going to do. In this situation, the right leg is behind his leg. I'm going to step that right leg back, and I'm going to pull him down. My shoulder is going to push on his leg and sit him to his butt. Do not swing in a circle. It is not this. It is step back and straight down in between your legs. Over here. Here, great positioning. I come up, but they push my head down. I get stuck here. Step your right leg back, sit him to his butt. And I'll even step my left leg forward if I need to. So step, sit down. Now, as he falls, I'm gonna deal with this position here. So this way a little bit. He falls here. Don't jump on top. Step, clear all these things, circle behind, and cover the right way. Finishing too fast and diving on top of the person is a lot of times what makes you lose the takedown. There's a balance of urgency, so how fast you want to cover the person, and making sure your technique is perfect. You can't let them slip out. All right? Now, we can combo running the pipe with getting that foot up to our armpit. So if I'm stuck here, don't fall over when I run the pipe. Okay, we're here. I'll run the pipe, which will help me get the weight off of me. Even if he doesn't fall over, me circling in front will help me to get the leg up. So even if you don't want to run the pipe, use that motion of running the pipe, hiking the leg in between, to make him start falling his body backwards. Because of you circling around, that momentum will cause him to lean back. I don't know if you guys have ever been on like a playground where they have like some sort of spinning, like teapots, right? You're spinning a teapot and your whole body weight is getting thrown backwards. I want to swing him around so his chest comes off of me. He starts leaning back. When he starts leaning back, I can bring the leg up into my armpit and finish it with any of the finishes we did earlier. So if I'm here and I'm having trouble getting this up, run the pipe, hike it, and pick it up to here. Then from here we can finish. All right, with any of the finishes we worked on. Now another situation you're gonna deal with is when the leg is on the opposite side.
This finish right here is by far the best way to finish when you have the leg on the outside. Little club sweep with the opposite hand. So this is what we're going to be going over to start, and then we'll go into some other finishes from this position.
So normally we want the leg on the inside. What I mean by that is his leg is inside of me. All right, it's on the left of me. Sometimes the leg will be on the outside, and I'll be between the body like this. We're facing each other just like this. When we're in these type of situations, we finish a different way, okay? So say, bring it over here real quick. I'm in the single. I'm picking it up, all right? My opponent may do this kind of reaction. Put your foot on the outside here, all right? So rotate this way. See this foot? A lot of wrestlers will do this to you. They'll keep a whizzer on this side, okay? If I'm dealing with this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch my right hand, the one that's wrapped around, to the mat, and then pull it up into my armpit. So I'm gonna punch down and then pull up. I'm gonna punch down and then pull it up so the knee is tight in my armpit. So I'm here, I'm gonna punch down, punch, and then pull up. Once I'm here, couple finishes. I'm gonna take my free hand, my left hand, slap him in the face, and my right foot is gonna trip backwards like this. That's my first go-to finish. So I'm here, I'm going here. Watch, making sure they don't funk roll. Always, when they start reaching for your ankles, always circling away from that, okay? Show you guys that one more time. So I shoot a single. He starts putting his foot to the outside. I punch it down, lean, and then pull it up. Okay, I'm here, slapping, tripping with my right foot, bringing it back this way. Now, mistake some people will make, it works sometimes, but there's a risk to it, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. Like, a lot of moves do work, but, you know, the risk reward is not there. If I step in with my left leg, I'm gonna be a little off balance, backwards. So I don't recommend stepping through this way. I like doing with my right foot here. It's a little safer, okay? Now, another situation you'll deal with, the legs on the outside, but they're leaning away from you. They're leaning away, they know that finish is coming, this one, slap and hit there. So I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna sweep them forwards, all right? So we're in the same position here, but my opponent, you can keep the whizzer if you want, is kind of leaning a little bit, yeah. Just enough where I can't slap him backwards. His head is bent over here. So in this situation, I'll either grab around the head this way, depending on how close he is, or just grab his head this way. But I'm gonna grab his head, get him hopping, and I'm actually gonna sweep in front and pull him forwards. So we're here, I'm gonna go here, hop, 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 sweep, control here. Okay, show you guys that one more time. You can go for cradle if they fall, or you can bring the leg back to the outside, to the inside. So we're here, I'm up here, he's kind of low. All right, I'll bring him back in this way, popping him in, control, right here, I can cradle. A lot of control there, don't just dive on top, they'll funk roll you. So be very careful in that position, okay? So you can either go back or trip forwards. Now if your opponent sprawls, you need to knee slide and get back in. Finishing on your feet is the best way to finish. So before we go to mat finishes, I want to show you guys how to fix your position and stand up to your feet, even if your opponent sprawls. So I'm here in my single leg, my opponent sprawls, I pose. Now I'm gonna push off the foot that's up and slide my knee forwards. As I do that, I'm gonna try my best to get my head up. Now that my position is fixed, I can finish on my feet just like we worked on with all the different finishes. I'll show you guys one more time with that. So I'm here, my opponent sprawls, post, push off the foot, slide my knee in. I might have to slide again, fix my head position, and then do all the finishes we did once we got to this position. All right, now we're taking it to the mat. We're gonna do a backside finish. I've shown backside finish before. My brother Steven actually has a whole video on single legs, setups, positioning, and finishes. But I'm gonna talk about a lot more detail on how to finish this backside takedown, okay?
Here is an example of Jordan Oliver hitting a sweep single, keeping his shoulder tight, and finishing backside on the mat.
So, I'm here on a single leg. My opponent's sprawled, I'm in here, okay? Anytime I shoot a single leg and I feel them sprawling and I feel like my face is gonna hit the mat, I'm gonna post. I never wanna get to this position here with my face on the mat. So when I shoot a single leg and they start sprawling and I feel like my face is going, I post. I also wanna keep my trail leg up, so I wanna stay in this position right here, okay? Now I'm gonna show you a backside finish with no resistance first, okay? First thing I'm gonna do, I need my shoulder to be behind his leg. I always pretend like I take a little bit of glue on my neck and I'm gonna glue it to this leg right here. So I'm here, my elbow goes to the mat in between the leg, and I glue my neck to his leg. And my head stays up. I'm not gonna be in this position here. I'm gonna be in this position here, okay? Once I'm here, I can wrap the leg just like this. I'm gonna circle behind. Now you see how my opponent has his opposite leg up? In this situation, I'm gonna, instead of circling behind more, I'm gonna drive in until that knee goes down. Then I'll continue to circle. Once I get here, so circle this way a little bit. Once I get here, okay, I'm splitting the leg. So my right knee's in between, my left leg is out, this leg is in between me, okay? My right hand's gonna post, my left hand's gonna grab the ankle, and I'm gonna pick it up on my hip here, okay? So we're here, post, lift to here. Once I'm here, I stay tight. I never want my shoulder to come off the leg. I stay tight. Now I climb up the leg like a rope, and I can tackle ankle, knee, anywhere here. I do not want to grab the hip, because then they'll catch a whizzer on me, and I'll be back on the mat. So I'm here, I'm going low, right to the knee, collecting my two. Now, if my opponent has a tighter whizzer, we're gonna do something a little bit different to try and break that grip, okay? So when I'm here, all right, and let's actually circle this backside. I'll show you on the backside of this one, okay? We're here. He has this whizzer, okay? I'm doing everything right, but once I get to this position, what I might do to help myself out, take my right knee, put it on this side of the heel, and scrape it into me. Then I'll do my regular finish. Post, lift, climb up the leg, tackle, move my feet. I'm here. I'll take, and lift your chest up a little bit so you can see underneath. I'll take my right knee and put it behind his ankle and slide. As I slide, see how my shoulder's out? We don't want this. We want to sink it back in. Shelf it up. Sometimes I can pick with two legs too. I'll post when the leg is too heavy. So I'll do like a push-up if the leg is too heavy. If it's easy, I can just lift. Now I'm here. I climb up. I tackle. Now, as we shelf the leg, we don't want to sit backwards. So if I'm here, as I shelf, I actually step into them. If I step backwards and shelf, they can kick me backwards and create a scramble position. I'll show you what I mean. So let's face that way. We're right here, okay? If I go to pick this leg up and sit my butt backwards as I do it, Ben can push his leg back into my chest and knock me over. So if I go like this, here, I can pull back this way and create a scramble. So to avoid that, when I go to shelf, I'm gonna step my back leg in. I'm gonna crowd the space in. Then I can shelf, finish here, okay? Now, we're gonna deal more with the Shin Whizzer. Actually, before we get to Shin Whizzer, we're gonna deal with some situations that my partner might do as I'm finishing backside. This situation is very common when you're finishing a backside single. What I'm looking to do is climb above the knee. So if I'm here, I'm looking to climb above the knee to get more security, drive in and shelf just like we did earlier. Now, my opponent has a few different attacks from here that I need to be ready for, okay? The first one is he can kick away.
Watch a live example of Sajalayev controlling the leg as his opponent tries to kick away. Let's watch again. He hits a sweep single. His opponent tries to kick. He holds on tight, gets his knees underneath of him, shelves the leg, and finishes the takedown.
My opponent, when I feel my opponent go to kick away, I take a nice tight hold of the leg. I let myself go for the ride. I kind of like let myself kind of get flung forwards. And then I focus up essentially, collect myself, post, shelf, and finish. So if I'm here, I'm going to finish, and I feel I'm going to kick away, so go ahead and step and kick. I'll secure, see how myself got extended. At this point, bring my knees back in, post, and finish the single leg. When you feel a kick coming, have more security on that leg, hug it tight, go for the ride, but as I get extended, quickly bring your knees back underneath because you don't want to stay flat in your stomach or extended for too long, okay? Another thing my opponent can do is, we call it a rubber knee, where they're reaching back this way, okay? So when I'm here, so if I get above the knee, I'll be fine, but say I'm below the knee. What I gotta deal with is if he reaches for this hip, okay, I need to circle away from that. Circle, 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 circle. Okay? Then as I do that, I'm trying to climb above the knee and finish my shot. So the one thing they can do is go that way. They can also go towards this leg. If I feel I'm going towards this leg, I drop this knee to the mat and circle behind. So essentially, as they're going, one side, other side, I need to stay behind them. I need to circle away from that. So as I'm shelving this up, and I feel my opponent reaching, I need to stay behind him and constantly look to climb above the knee. So I'll show you what that looks like. I want you to kind of go one way and the other, okay? So I'm here, and this single leg, he starts going one way, I'm gonna circle away from it, circle away from it. He starts going the other way, I'm circling this way. So as I'm doing that, I'm hiding behind him. Then as I feel comfortable and when I feel the opportunity is there, I climb above the knee, suck it up, finish my regular backside finish, okay? The last thing your opponent can do from that situation is step over. All right, we're here. When my opponent goes to step over, I want to sink backwards. I gotta feel him stepping over and I want to come back so that he falls to his butt. Once he falls to his butt, I'm in an easy position to finish. Think of it like a low single. Head here, collect the double, climb up, and get the takedown. So I'll show you that one again. So I'm here in this position. I feel my opponent stepping over. I sink back, then go forwards. Sink back, he falls, go forwards, climb up, and get the takedown. Now we're going to be working finishes from a Shin Whizzer. It's a very difficult position to finish, but we have a couple different options we can use to make sure we finish every time on our opponent, okay? We're here, my opponent has a Shin Whizzer. The first thing I'm going to look to do is shelf it up on my hip, stand up, and do the finish we learned earlier where the leg is on the outside. So I'm here. If my opponent has his right leg up, go ahead and put your right leg up, I will drive into him to get that knee down, so drive him. Now, once his other knee is down, I will step my inside leg up and shelf it on my hip here. As I'm doing this, I need to be aware that they can scramble with me here. So Ben can grab my heel here, he can trip me back, he can create these scrambles, okay? So as I'm standing up, I'm aware of that. I may need to step my foot back if I feel him going for an attack. So I'm here, we're in this position. My head stays low here, so I avoid those type of things. So I stay kind of cautious. My head stays at the same level, all right? My hand might get involved a little bit, and I start coming up to my feet. But again, my head stays at the same level. Once I'm here, I lift it up to here, and we do the finish we learned earlier. Free hand slaps in the face, right hand trips. And from there, we can do the other finishes too. We can grab, trip in front, we can cradle. Cradle be a little careful for, because right when you split your hands and reach, they may kick away. They have a couple different options to do, okay? Now, another option I have from this Shin Whizzer position. I can shelf it up, but this time I'm gonna stay on the mat, okay? My right foot is gonna step behind his shoe. I'm gonna drive to my right knee, just like a shot. I'm gonna fall on this knee, and I'm gonna collect this leg as I fall forwards. Okay? As I'm doing this technique, my opponent is gonna try to pull his leg out so I can't step it, so I can't collect it, okay? So as I'm driving forwards, have this left hand ready to collect that leg that's trying to come out, okay? Show you what it looks like. I'll shelf here, I step here. As I drive, this hand's trying to collect and cover him for the takedown right there. Another option I have, I don't really do this one, and be very careful when you're doing it with your partner because it's going to put a lot of pressure on the knee joint and the ankle joint, okay? We're right here. My opponent has a Shin Whizzer. I'm going to fall to my side, and I'm going to wrap my free hand around his ankle and grab his heel. So So it looks like this. I'll show you a couple different angles too, okay? But I wrap around, his left hand is wrapping around the foot, grabbing the heel. After I do that, I'm gonna come back to my knee and pull, keep this tight. Now I can shelf and finish here. The point of that is essentially you're putting a lot of tension on their knee, so they have to rotate up into you here where you can easily finish, okay? So, I'll show the backside to do that. We're here, you got the Shin Whizzer. My left hand is coming around, grabbing the heel, and I'm sucking it tight to my arm. I want the foot trapped. I don't want this foot out, I want the foot trapped on my forearm so that when I come back up, I have this foot tight to my chest and I can easily pick it up and finish. Last one we're gonna do from the Shin Whizzer position is a limp arm. Be very careful of this. I'll use this for a short time situation because there are some risks. What I mean by that is I'm in this single leg here, and if I go to limp my arm out and he keeps my arm, so keep a hold onto it, now I'm just gonna scramble here. It's not what I like to go to first, but with short time, I think going to it, it's a very quick finish, so you can get that 2 points or 3 points in college if you need to, okay? So I'm here in this position, all right? I'm in a good single, I'm having trouble finishing, I'm just gonna circle behind, my palm is gonna face the ceiling. And I'll show you from the backside too, but my palm is gonna face the ceiling. I'm gonna switch legs here. So I was here, switch, pull my arm free, circle my hips behind, and cover around the waist. Show you guys one more time from a different angle. So I'll circle here. We're in this position, okay? I'm wrestling here. I have only a few seconds to score. I'm gonna switch knees. My palm is gonna face the ceiling. I'm gonna pull my arm free as I circle behind and collect the takedown just like that. This recommendation, again, is for short time use. I don't recommend doing this to start. I recommend, normally the first finish I show is the recommendation I do for the certain situation, okay? The next finishes we're gonna work on today is coming out the back door.
There are several different ways and creative ways to finish out the back door. Here's one example. We have national champ versus national champ, where he's grabbing the legs, he's leaning backwards into the person, and then popping his head out and finishing the double.
All right, this is where I'm in between the legs, third draped over top me in a headstand, and I'm finishing from here. First, I'm gonna show you guys, well, how do we get out the back door in the first place, all right? We're here, my head's in between, I'm gonna post my free hand in the middle of his legs, and I'm gonna go up into a tripod position like this. Then my knees are gonna slide in on either side of the hand. So one knee's gonna go here, one knee's gonna go here. So I'm here, slide in, then I'm gonna push up with this hand. Do not grab both legs. Do not do this. Post, come up. After I come up, immediately let go here and bring your hand up because they can trap my arm around the waist. This position is hard. This position is hard to finish from, so we want to avoid that. So we're here, let go real quick. After we post, bring our hand up so that we don't get it trapped. The first finish we're gonna do is popping the knee off of our head, popping here, swiveling our head and going double. Once I land here, I don't want my shoulder to come up too high or I'll get rolled over this way. I want my shoulder to stay low and I want to run my feet in a circle and come on top. All right, next finish we're gonna do, I'm grabbing the ankle and I'm swinging them down right to their back. So I'm here, post, slide my knees in, come up to here. I can't pop because his knees are pinching my head. So instead I'm gonna reach up as high as I can on the shoe and grab his heel. If I go down lower, he can bend, I don't have as much leverage. So up, right on the shoe. Now from here, I'm gonna swing him down and sit up on top of him. Swing, big swing. Swing, and come up like this. Now a good wrestler is gonna keep this leg over top because all I need, if he drops this leg to the mat, very easy finish. So he'll keep the leg on top. From here, I'm gonna start leaning back into him here. This is gonna create him to feel uncomfortable and make the finish a lot easier. I also want to hide my ankles from being grabbed, so my feet will stay in front of me. They will not be back in this position. So I'm here, I pull the ankle into me, step. Now, I want to reach up high on the knee, get this leg off, come on top with my double leg. Show you guys it one more time from a different angle. So let's go here. Post, slide in, come up, hands up. I reach, I swing down, and I come up on top here. Pull the heel in between the leg, step it. I can even grab this foot, pull it in, pop the knee free, and then be careful. I am on my hip a lot. They normally won't do this to you because they're in such a bad position, but they can come on top of you this way. So be aware of that. Keep your weight a little bit higher up on them so it's hard for them to do that. If I sink too low here, then that step over is an option for them. So I kind of stay a little higher up. Now I go double and finish right here. Next finish, waving to the crowd, all right? We're right here. I post, I come up, I'm in this position here. Here's what I'm gonna do, okay? I have both knees. I'm gonna stick one hand through, right up like this, and wave to the crowd and grab the heel. So I was here, stick my hand through, wave to the crowd, grab the heel, and pull the heel down. As I pull the heel down and across my stomach, I'm letting go of this leg here, okay? Once I pull across, I'll switch hands. My right hand will post towards the head, and I'll get my legs free and pivot in right here. Show you guys one more time with that one. Show you guys a back view as well, so let's go this way. So we're here, slide in, we come up. My right hand is coming through, waving, grabbing the heel. I'm pulling across here. Now, grab my ankle here. This is a very common thing. People will attack the ankles. It's all right. I'm letting this leg fall off. I'm posting and leaning back into him. The post will prevent me from getting flipped over, and me leaning back into him will help me get my feet free. From here, I can even step the ankle and look to get a Turk finish and get some backwards. Next finish, I'm swimming through on this one. I come out the back door, my opponent hooks my armpit, and I'm having trouble with these other finishes, okay? So once I come up, this foot is gonna come over top and hook my armpit. Yep. So I'm here, come over here. All right, now this foot, hook my armpit with it like this. We're stuck here, not too hard though, Ben, all right? We're stuck here. I can't grab the ankle, I can't swing them down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on the leg that is hooking my armpit. So I'm gonna focus on this leg, I'm gonna secure it. My other hand's gonna go through similar to that other finish where we both wave to the crowd, and I'm gonna pull him down here, okay? From this position, all I'm gonna do is start leaning back into him, and then if I see his hips are on this side, I'm gonna take my free hand in his pocket, keep leaning back, straight back. Do not lean to a side because they'll kick you and they'll be able to scramble here. Lean straight back on your feet, pressure back into him, and then start looking to get your feet free this way and pivot in. Show you guys one more angle from the back side of that one. So I'm here, I come up, okay? You strap my arm. I let go, I start swimming through. All right, I keep coming through like this and pushing down. Now that I'm here, I'll start reaching back into his hip, or, let's actually start it this way a little bit. Another option I have, if he doesn't have my ankle, is stepping my right leg free and hooking the bottom leg. That's if he doesn't have the foot. If he has the foot, you won't be able to get it free. If he doesn't have your foot, step it free and hook. And again, just lean back. Be careful here, because they might do some crazy stuff, so just be careful. Rotate on top and get the takedown right there. Now another finish. If you guys like sit outs, it's a great option, especially if this guy's really good at grabbing ankles and doing funk rolls. We're gonna be coming out the back door like this. So instead of the traditional way, slide up, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go sit to our butt and pull the leg over top of us. Okay, so what that looks like. So I'm here. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna sit through like a knee slide, all the way through my butt to here. So we're gonna end up in this position. When I'm here, the main finish that people do is attack the same ankle. Okay? This is similar to the swing finish. So I'm here, I'm on my butt instead of my knees, attack the ankle, pull them down here, and now we're in that same position we were before, where we step the ankle, get the knee off, and get the double. Another option, or another way this could play out, come back. I sit through here, I can keep sitting through. So I can grab, pull it down, and step, right? But I can also keep sitting through and finish it in a backside finish. So keep coming through this way. Now I'm in a backside finish where I can climb up and tackle here. Next finish, cutting to a double. So I have the single, I posted, right? We post so our face doesn't smash the mat, right? I'm posting, I cut across the double, and I finish my double, okay? I'm here, my opponent sprawls, I post. I want to keep as much height as I can on the person, so I want to be as high as I can. Once I'm here, my knee is going to shoot across, and my back leg will step up. So I'm here, my knee shoots across, my back leg steps up, and I'm pivoting around the corner. Step, then pivot. We do this windshield wipe, and then drive up. Show you guys one more time with that. Take your face this way. He sprawls, post, my knee slides through, head comes up, step around, pivot, get on top. Next finish. I have my lock around the leg. My opponent is sprawling, and he's kind of stiff at an angle here. When I'm in this situation, I'll keep the lock, I'll knee slide across, drop to both knees, and then lift. This was a little technical, has a little bit of feel to it, so I'll show you what it looks like real quick. He sprawls into me a little bit, we're here. I knee slide across, step one, knee slide. Step two, drop to both knees. Step three, come right back up, and then I'm just pulling this leg in between here. Covering on top. Show you guys that one more time. So I'm here, just boom, boom. Step one, knee slide across. Step two, sit to both knees. Step three, pop up, swing, cover, just like that. Bonus move, I've been seeing this one go viral lately. It's a cradle on your feet. It's a whatever move, it's not that great. It's kind of like a show-off move. You wrestle somebody that you're taking out a bunch of times, you want to show off to the crowd, you can hit this, all right? I'm here, I have a single in the air. Okay, it's on the inside, okay, it's an inside finish. My head is gonna go behind the knee, so that his knee is resting on my neck, okay? Once I'm here, I let go of this ankle here, I roll through, lock the cradle up, and I can finish him right to his back. Show you guys that one more time all the way through. So I'm here, I duck underneath, his kneecap is on the back, or his knee joint is in the back of my neck, swing through, finish, boom, and get the pin. So that's all I got for you guys today on single leg finishes. If you have any questions at all, leave them in a comment below, and let me know what you guys want to see next in our Iron Faith instructionals.